Hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us this Thursday morning. It's another jam-packed day coming your way. Another extended day for you as well, because we've invited another one of our crafty friends here into Crafters TV Towers. So you've got lots coming up. We kick off, of course, with 2 hours right now, Wake Up Call, where we're going to preview everything coming up on the shows today. And there is lots to come, let me just tell you, because we're going to be previewing what's coming up from 2 o'clock this afternoon, a fantastic launch, which you guys I think have been really looking forward to. If you love your decoupaging, you're going to be wanting to get your hands on that brand new product. Plus a little bit later on, 6 o'clock tonight, we've got like an extension of what happened on Monday. We had our US warehouse clearance and it was so popular, we brought it back again. It's back by popular demand, just like me. In my dreams. All right, and sandwiched into all of that, we also are welcoming our friends back from Creative Expressions as well. When I say our friends, our friend, the lovely Gwen is here, and also sitting to her right-hand side, there's someone, I seem to remember her from a while back, but she's been on holiday for so long, I can't quite remember her name.
Benjamin! How can he say that when he's been on holiday himself for about a month? Hi everyone, it's great to be back, honestly. And actually, when you have a holiday, Ben, you'll know, you just feel refreshed and ready to really get started and get together. And today is the launch of something massive for me, because I am definitely a flower girl. Give me flowers, I'll sit all day, all night and just make them. They are amazing. So we've got some beautiful decoupage flowers that we're going to be doing. We're doing one in the next couple of hours, and then we're going to be doing a whole show and showing you how to make all the different ones in the launch day at 2 p.m. But great to have you with us, Gwen.
Thank you. This is my second time here, and it's very exciting to be back.
Yeah.
I've got some gorgeous things to bring you, loads of techniques. You know me and my cosmic shimmer, I love all the media. Yeah. So we've got dyes, we've got sparkly pastes, all sorts, can't wait.
Can you just show us a few little cards that you've got there as well, just to give us a bit of an idea as to what's coming up?
So here are just a few of the dyes that we've got coming up. This is our fabulous tiger.
Wow, lovely is that.
And this is some of the mixed media embossing powders that are coming up in the show as well. They're really special. Yeah. Here's our gorgeous little puddy cart. How beautiful is the cart? And of course you can make that cart any colour you like to suit your own feline maybe. Yeah. And then we've got a really pretty bunny with butterflies, and you can see some of the sparkly texture paste here coming up. So you can quite see it there in the background. So yeah, lots of goodies.
Stunning. Gwen's going to be with us right throughout the day today. Got a full preview coming up in around about an hour's time, and then in between those shows as well. So during launch day, you'll see Gwen, and then later on during that sales show as well, 6 till 7, and then we've got like the extended clearance show. Craig's coming in for that one, by the way, so look out for him later on with Debbie. As always, we're live and interactive this Thursday, so if you want to get in touch, if you want to ask a question, you can do. If you want to welcome Debbie back, you can do. If you want to welcome Gwen, you can do all of that on Facebook and on YouTube, and we're live right throughout the shows. We've got Terrific Taylor on the socials today, so get those questions and comments coming through. Lots to look forward to, as I said. And Gemini season continues here at Crafters TV. We've been running this right throughout the month. We've focused on the Gemini, we've focused on the Junior, and right now we are focusing on the Gemini Mini. Mini but mighty is this little machine. If you're looking for your first die cutting machine, or maybe you've got an electronic machine and you want that sort of speedier way of doing things, something to take with you when you go away, the Mini is brilliant. It's a great deal, this, because you will get the Mini, plus you've got a £20 or $35 sort of mystery bag, really. It's got more dies in it, it's got embossing folders, and you've also got more of your folders and shims in there as well. So you've got extra folders and shims. It's a really, really great machine. £23.99 or $35.96 is your platinum price on that one. Just before we get started, as I say, Taylor's with us on the socials today. Let's just say hello to Georgianne Curley, who says hi from Clearwater, Florida. Also to all my Crafters TV family and crafty friends. Lisa Glenn says, good morning everyone. My last day to catch Crafters TV until I get settled back in the USA. I check out of my office tomorrow morning and I will be officially retired. Oh, well, Lisa, happy retirement. And Mary Rena says, good morning, everyone from Maine. Let's get cracking with the launch, which I think you guys are going to absolutely love. It is the Decoupage Flower Stamp and Dies collection. 26 dies and 26 stamps. And listen, this is the official launch, right? So, and I know I always say this, but in my mind, official launch, you think should be full price, right? No, you're going to save almost £20, $22.40, and platinum members, you still get your 20% off, so £55.99 or $63.44. It's a lovely selection of florals. So within here, sweet pea, carnations, fuchsia, rose, lilac and lily. You can go on a 2 for £26 or 2 for $30. And the great thing about this, it's all been beautifully done for you, that the stamps work wonderfully with the dies, and the stamps are actually slightly oversized for the size of the die, just to make it nice and easy for you to be able to create that die cut each and every time. Debbie, this is a really, really lovely system, isn't it? And for people who love florals, who love their decoupage, maybe want to try decoupage for the first time, this is going to be a great set, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I just think if ever there was a place to start your flower making, this is the place to start, because they are super easy to do. You can manipulate them and make them different types of flowers if you want to, or stick to what they are. Now, on our website, when you get your packet, it will tell you full instructions of where to go on the website to get those full instructions, which is amazing. Let's start with this lily one. We're going to do a lily demo because I just adore the lily. I think lilies are lots of people's favourite flowers, aren't they? They're so beautiful, easy to do. You're getting that die and stamp with them, which is amazing. I also love the lilac. I think there's so many different things that you can do with this one because they sort of hang down, don't they? And they look so, so pretty. Now, if you want to do a real decoupage 3D flower, look at the dimension in that flower. It's amazing, isn't it? You just build them up. Now, that same die, let me bring this one in, Ben. That's the same flower.
No way.
Yes, I mean, how beautiful is it? So this is made out of vellum and done very differently, and not done so scrunched together, so close together. So it shows you the different things you can do. And then one of my favourite flowers, I have to say, is a sweet pea. Yeah. Because they smell beautiful. If you've ever had a sweet pea, they literally twine everywhere. They just go, you put them on your trellis. But that's amazing to think that we can make these flowers quite simply as well. So really, just gorgeous designs. One more I've got of that lilac one in a totally different way, and this one's done with white heat embossing, which just looks incredible. So think about all the mediums that you've got to colour them with, and think about all the mediums that you've got to cut them out with. Copy a paper, multiple layers of that are going to make amazing flowers. I'm doing a demo later on in launch day using a book. I had an old book with pages and actually cutting out those pages, and they just look amazing. So think of all those different things that you've got in your stash that you can make your flowers out of, because flowers are definitely my thing, and I just love this range, and I hope you love them just as much.
Oh, I think you're absolutely going to. As I said, if you don't want to go for the full collection, maybe there's a couple of your favourite flowers in here and you just want to add those into your basket, you can go 2 for £26 or 2 for $30. Let's just show you everything that you're going to get. As I've mentioned, what you will find is the stamps are slightly bigger than the dies for you, so it kind of allows you to get like a perfect die cut every time. If you're new to kind of stamping and then die cutting, you're going to find this system really, really easy to work with. But a lovely selection of florals. So here is your fragrant sweet pea. Again, you can see all of the different stamps that you've got. You've got the dies to be able to cut those out and just create the most beautiful bouquets of flowers. Such an easy system to work with. And again, look at that carnation. How stunning. Think of the different ways that you can colour that, the different materials you can use to kind of make that glorious flower, and just think how much fun you're going to have decoupaging these, creating that depth and dimension. And with a set like this as well, and I know I always say this about flowers, but it's so true, isn't it, as we look at your fabulous fuchsia, this is a set that you're going to use all the time, you know, week after week, month after month, year after year. It's not going to go out of date because everybody wants to have beautiful florals within their crafty stash, and this is what you've got here. How stunning is that fuchsia, by the way? Absolutely amazing. As that just pops off the page for you there. So stunning. You've then got your radiant rose. Again, of course, you can do that in whatever colour you want it to be. So much detail in the stamps and then in the dies themselves to get, you know, all of the detail in the veins of the leaf and in the petals that you're going to be getting to, you know, and you can make these as 3D as you want them to be. Then you've got the beautiful, lovely lilac. Once again, so many different ways to be able to create the depth and dimension. You've got the smaller dies in there as well that you can layer up, or once again, you know, you can stamp that out a few times, cut and manipulate it to create those layers of decoupage. And then lastly, how gorgeous is that, which we're going to be looking at with Debbie, that gorgeous lilac. Big stamps as well, these, so plenty of opportunity for you to get colouring. Again, you know, if you're sort of along that journey of colouring, maybe you've got our Academy of Colour, and again, you're looking for big stamps to get colouring with. This is a lovely selection to do it with. £55.99 platinum, $63.44 if you're shopping in the US and you're platinum. Worth bearing in mind as well, if you're here because of Creative Expressions, if you're here to see Gwen, firstly, welcome, and secondly, don't forget, if you sign up to us today on the website, you will see that little Club Inspire tab. Click that, sign up to our club. It's free to do. You just need your email, you need your name, you create a password. You'll get 20% off your first order today. So that price there will be applicable to you on your first order. We'll give you 250 points to get you going in the club, which makes you automatically a bronze member. You'll save 5% off every order after that, and then the more you spend, the more points you earn. You move up the brackets, you start saving more, and it's a really, really good thing to be a part of. Just a few more hellos, and then we'll get cracking. Carrie joins us from Texas. Linda is in saying good morning, Ben, Debbie, Gwen, socials, and my lovely crafty friends. Welcome back, Debbie, from Dudley. Don't she look tanned? I'm not standing next to you today.
You thought you were tanned, didn't you, till you come in this morning?
I was the tanned one a couple of weeks back, but now I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost next to you. Val says, hi Ben and Debbie and Gwen, all the team, another interesting day it will be. And Alicia says, good morning and greetings from Arkansas, getting ready for work whilst listening to my favourite show. Yeah, top day coming up today. We've got Georgia the Joystick in the gallery with Erin and also assistant producer Willow helping to steer the good ship craft today, although Willow probably not doing very much. She wasn't yesterday, she was just sleeping in her bed.
And getting lots of fuss.
Getting lots of fuss. It's so nice to have a doggy in the studio. Anyway, let's get going. Did you say you're going to be playing with the lily?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of my all-time favourite flowers. I do love a lily. And also I wanted to start with something that really was the most simple out of all the flowers, even though they're all simple. The lily is just, you have 3 leaves on the bottom, 3 on the top, so you've got that 6 lily petal. Now, what these dies do offer you are really large flowers, which are beautiful, which decorate whatever you want to ordain them on. We have got the dies and the stamps on here. Now, you can do it either way. You could stamp first and then die cut, or you can die cut and then you stamp. Now, remember, if you're die cutting first, give your spray. So I'm using our platform, our 8x8 magnetic platform. If you wanted to die cut first, you wouldn't then have any room to hold your magnets down onto. So what if you die cut, spray with some stick and spray, and that will just make your mat a little bit sticky so you can place them onto. We're actually going to do our stamping first and then die cut out. Okay. So let's pop them on. Now, the other thing to remember with these is if you are not a stamper and you just like your die cutting, what's good about this is if I just bring the die pack back in, can you see you've got all these little lines in here, Ben? They're actually embossed detailed lines. So if you, and in fact, I think I will show you how we'll do that. So you don't have to stamp, you can just die cut and emboss and you get beautiful effects on them. So first of all, let's take all our elements out.
And vice versa, you don't have to die cut if you don't want to.
Absolutely, yes, of course, works both ways. Yeah, absolutely. So let's have one there, one there. Now we are going to need 2 of them because obviously a lily has those 6 leaves. So I've already got one already done. So let's just stamp all this element out to start with. something very nice about coming to studio on a launch day and stamping with brand new new product.
You've come back on a nice day, haven't you? It's lovely to have you back, by the way.
Oh, thank you,
Ben. It's nice
Ben.
to see your cheery face, even though you are far too brown.
I have to be honest, I never ever tan like this.
No?
And that is the honest truth. I'm not really someone that tans very well. I don't go brown like everyone. Everyone goes really brown. And actually, I think it was just where we was. It was on the coast of Africa, and the wind, because of the wind, I think that's what made me just brown.
But you obviously put on your
so I didn't come away from a factor 30.
Yeah.
Look at that, beautiful. Now, can you see, Ben, we've just got a little bit there and a couple around the edges there. Just means I need to go back in where those pieces were. I'm just going to pop that back on. I'm not even going to worry about adding it. It just means that ink hasn't transferred. That one's still a little bit on the end, just wants to be stubborn. There we go. And that just fills in all your gaps. But look how beautiful the stamping is on them.
Yeah.
Yes, so I didn't come away from a factor 30. I was terrified of burning because it was the maximum temperature most days was 28 degrees.
That's warm enough, that, isn't it? 28 enough.
That's quite hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite hot. And it does put it into perspective, because my son lives in Mexico, and it definitely puts it into perspective, because he says to me, like, he'll phone up and say, oh, I'm free, he'll have jumpers on.
And 28 degrees?
Well, no, well, sometimes, and I'll say, is it cold there today? He says, it's freezing. He says, it's 24 degrees.
What?
And I'm like, it's not freezing, Jordan. He's like, but Mum, he said, it's been like 38 degrees. So they have it like really up to 40 degrees.
That's
out
just
in Mexico.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So when it drops that amount of temperatures, that's really cold.
That's over 100 Fahrenheit, 38.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's just, come on. Nobody
So yeah,
needs
it
that.
does definitely put it into perspective. Now, all you've got to do, now what I love about these, if you can see, you can slightly see your rim around the edge. It means you can't go wrong, which I love about this. So you just pop that over the top, just making sure you can sort of roughly see all the way round that rim. And then I'm just going to get my low tack tape and tape that down. It does make you see how much the props missed holidays. It was very busy where we was at the hotel, but so nice just to have that chance to travel again.
Oh, it's just the whole, like when I went away, it's the whole experience again, isn't it? The whole thing of packing a suitcase and going to the airport and getting on a plane. It felt like a bit alien, but the whole experience was just so nice.
Yeah.
And I know you did a lot on your Insta, because Shelley's just said, Debbie, you look beautiful. I so enjoyed watching what you did on your vacation. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
So there's a little bit of a story behind that, because normally we just stick to sort of work, don't we, when we're putting our on our Instagram. So we sort of stick to all our work stuff. But I have to be totally honest, I'm not very good on social media.
Right.
And it's not that I'm not good, I just forget things.
Yeah.
So with our Instagram stories and Facebook, there's so many buttons when you're doing it to start with, and when you want to add, and I'm like, oh, what button do I press for that, and how do I get this speech, and how do I need this? Now Craig has taught me the basics, so he was very good. One day I just said to him, Craig, would you mind just standing behind and teaching me how to do it?
Yeah.
And then I had my review just before I went on holiday, and Jenny, my boss, she said to me, well, Debbie, why don't you do it while you're away? And I was like, oh, are we allowed to put our personal things on there? And she said, of course. She said, do it, and that'll get you used to it. So every day I was doing stories, and I felt like I've got totally hooked, and I've learned so much about the stories and how you do them, and I've loved it. But then I've come back in here this morning, I had all good intentions of in the car park, oh, I've arrived at work, and here I am, and say hello to, and it's been so manic since I got here, I've not had a chance to put one on. But I will afterwards, I promise, and start doing that. So, but thank you for everyone following my stories while I was away. I think you'll see the best time I had was on the quad bike.
Do you know what? I saw a few of those stories, and that was some of my favourite stuff. Like the look on your face. I know you're like one of the happiest people I know anyway, but the smile on your face when you're on that quad bike.
I loved it.
Brilliant. What were you doing? Did you say about 70k on the old
I was.
quad bike?
Yeah, 70 I got up to. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So, I just loved it. If anybody wants to find their inner adventurous self, go on a quad bike.
Yeah, but it feels so fast, doesn't it? I mean, I've never ridden a motorbike, but when you're like on a quad bike, like 70, what's that, about 40 miles an hour, which doesn't feel that fast in a car, but when you're on a bike or quad bike, it feels like you're going really quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was just, I just loved it. And I've realised I am a little bit of an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
Because I definitely, the faster I got, the more louder I become. I mean, you can imagine, I was on there and I was screaming. If anyone could hear me, I was like, woo, go me! I was like, woo! And I loved it. And then the faster I got, because you're supposed to follow, sorry, going off track a bit, off track, yeah, literally, so you're supposed to follow like the leader as it's such, but I kept sort of going off a little bit just so I could go round and then down again off the dunes, on the sand dunes. It was incredible.
Off-road Debbie.
Off-road Debbie, it was, I tell you, honestly. Oh dear. I didn't think I was even going to get on them because I think most people know I'm a little bit claustrophobic.
Yeah.
So I've never put a helmet on.
Oh, okay. No, I understand that.
And so as soon as I got to that bit, I was like, oh my God, and I thought, don't be silly, just like breathe, put it on, it's fine.
Yeah.
So put it on, I thought, oh, actually that's fine. And I have to take it off a few times just to, it's almost like you're tricking yourself. It does come away, you're not trapped inside this helmet. So I was fine doing that. I'd done it up and then I thought, right, take that off. Couldn't get it undone.
Oh no.
And literally that whole hot flush sweat like thing, and I was shaking and I was like, ow, I can't get it off, I can't get it off. It's all right. And I was like, no, I'm not, I can't get it off. And I literally nearly had a full-blown panic attack, and then he managed to get it off and I took it off. I was like, that's fine. I said, just tell me how I get it on and off. So once I'd done that a few times, I then put it on, then I could take it off, and then I was fine after that. Once I knew I could do it, I was fine. But that whole feeling trapped inside,
I know what you mean.
And it's just a ridiculous fear, honestly. But I'm so pleased that I did it.
Good for you.
Right, so going back to the flowers. So I've just done this out of our stamping card, so our multi-purpose stamping card, which is absolutely brilliant. And then I'm going to bring in some of our, oh my goodness, Erin, we can't be out of stock, not of our multi-purpose.
It was very limited yesterday, and we had it on some deals. It is out of stock at the minute. Yeah, we had it on some deals with the stamping platform and other bits and pieces, and yeah, it's been busy the last few days, very busy. So yeah, apologies. But if you want to get it, you can, of course, put the email in on the product, and then as soon as it comes back in stock, we'll send you an email to let you know. I'm sure that will be in stock sooner rather than later. It's a core product, isn't it?
Absolutely. It is our core item, Oh, I'm hoping I've got plenty at home myself. So what I'm doing here, Ben, I'm using our fuchsia and I'm doing our ink, water reactive.
Water reactive, okay.
But I'm doing it, these blend beautifully over our cardstock. So I'm putting on a little bit of colour and then just going around the edges to really highlight that colour on the edges. And it just gives that variation of different colour on there. And let's bring our other one in and then do the same.
Sandra's just said, because I was getting jealous about your tan, Sandra says, Ben, go outside and get brown the northeastern way, rusty. Yeah, yeah, northeastern rust, isn't it? That's it. Go outside, get wet in the rain, and get the rust going. And Sonal Jethwa, Sonal, I hope I said your name correctly, says, what part of Africa did you visit, Debbie?
Costa, I keep saying Costa, it wasn't Costa, Cape Verde. Yeah, we went to Cape Verde, Boa Vista, the island of Boa Vista. It was beautiful, and I don't want to put anyone off going to other islands because I'm sure they're beautiful, but it really felt like you were like on a Mediterranean island, but a fraction of the cost. Right. Because the beaches were amazing. The only thing was you can't swim in the sea in a lot of places. Oh, so really? On the beach we were on, we could not go out to sea. The red flag was up all the time.
For what reason? Just because it was so rough?
I've never seen a sea like it. Constantly you can hear the crashing of the waves against the beach, really bad. But people, really silly, while we were out there, a lady broke her back.
Because she ignored it? She just went out and went into the waves?
Just went into the wave, because people think they can do it. Lots of people did. There was someone broke his arm. But the woman who broke his back, because the red flag is up, you're not insured. So warning to everybody out there, if you want to do it, please don't. It cost this lady £30,000 to get airlifted because there's no hospital on the island. She had to be taken to Tenerife, I believe. And it cost her £30,000 and she wasn't insured because a red flag. So warning to anyone that really thinks they can do it and go in the sea. If there's a red flag, don't do it. It's just not worth the risk, honestly.
Seaside safety tips with Debbie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Right, so now we're switching colour. We're just going to, and when you've had enough, just tell Ben, because I'll end up talking about my holiday all the time.
No, I like to hear about it. It makes me feel like I'm back on holiday again.
So nice to be back, yeah. And I'm also making everyone jealous because I'm going away again the end of next week.
Right, can I just say something as well?
Yes.
Not that I want you to give, Debbie lots of banter, but do you remember when I went away a lot of the times and you guys never stopped giving me the hashtag bants going, oh, he's such a part-timer.
Do you know why though, Ben?
Name again?
Do you know why, Ben?
Yeah.
Because you didn't let them follow you on your holiday. They were with me my whole time on my holiday.
I put stuff up. I posted during my holiday. You saw the pictures I put up. I'm just an easy victim here, aren't I? I always get picked on, and then when I came back, they were like, oh, what's your name? We don't remember who you are. So please, if you could start doing that for Debbie.
People have already said to me, lovely to see your holidays, can't wait to see you back.
But anyway, she's been away for over 2 weeks. She's back for like 1 day, and then she's going away again.
I'm here for 2 days, Ben.
Oh, sorry, she's been doing 2 whole days. Hashtag slacker, hashtag part-timer, hashtag never here,
Slacker.
can't remember her name.
Hashtag slacker.
Hashtag going away again.
That's
for
so
another.
funny.
How long are you going away for? How long are you going away for?
Only 2 weeks away from here.
Another 2 weeks. Who's the part-timer now? I've just done 4 days.
Can I just say, how long is 2 days? 2 weeks.
14 days. Yeah.
How long is 24 days, Benjamin? I think everyone had a right to moan at you.
Yeah, I'll let you off.
Right, so we've got our flowers, our beautiful flowers here. Now I'm leaving these quite like they are. I'm going to show you how to do them in a different material in a second. What I love about these, have a pokey tool, get our pokey tools. We do them in a pack of 2. They are brilliant for manipulating, for curling. If you sort of turn your leaves like this way, you can then go in this way to flick them up at the side.
Yeah.
And it's what creates really cool dimension on there. So we're just going to, again, go over, and then I'm going to use just that tip to come back over. Now, if you did want to, you could put some colour on the back on the end so you don't see the whiteness. I'm not too worried about that, but if you did want them all coloured. The other thing is, Ben, if you don't have any colours, or you don't want to use your ink pads, or you don't want to get messy, just use coloured cardstock.
Yeah.
And then you could have nice pink cardstock. You can still do your ink onto there, so you can do your stamping. But yeah, just use your normal colour cardstock.
And as far as your dies are concerned as well, I mean, you showed a card earlier on where you there was a card made out of vellum, so you can use lots of different materials as well, can't you, with your dies?
Absolutely. I'm going to do it with this one, Ben. So we're going to make this flower, and then I'm just going to do another one. We've lost the tip of our glue. I am going to use throughout the launch show, we're going to use the glue gun. So let's pop these onto here. So we can see we've got our beautiful flower, and then this piece is going to go into the centre with this one. So you can use this one for different things. You can use it for the base, or but I'm going to use it on the inside here. I'm going to get some wet glue actually, Ben. Yeah. So let's just grab some tacky glue. Just to say very quickly, so we've got our second part of our US warehouse clearance coming a little bit later on. As it was on Monday, you're going to have to shop that, our US viewers, separate to how you're shopping. So if you want, it's not going to be on Shop the Show. So if you're wanting to grab the launch today, you'll have to do a separate basket later on for the US warehouse clearance items. Those are all orange stickered for you on the web, but those have got to go into one basket. This won't be on that page. So just to let you know, a few of you getting confused with that, you'll have to do separate baskets for that. If you were here for the warehouse clearance back on Monday, everything still applies, which I'll go through a little bit later on. Loads of great deals still to be had as well, so if you did miss out on that, we will recap on a few of them and preview in just a few moments time, but the best thing to do is go to the website. And for our UK viewers as well, obviously you won't be able to shop that show, but we did have our UK warehouse clearances back along earlier in the year, didn't we? We had a couple within about, I think, 10 days of each other, and I'm sure there will be another UK warehouse clearance show coming very soon, so fear not, friends. Right, while you was talking about our warehouse sale, Ben, what I've been doing is cutting through 2 layers of vellum. And then what I'm going to do, now it's a little bit tricky because they do fall out of the dies, but I'm going to pop that back in the die. So just holding it in. I'm not worried if there's a little bit gets caught, that will be fine. And I'm going to do the same with the leaves as well. So pop them back in, although the leaves has gone pretty well on its own. Then I'm going to bring in our rubber shim that comes with your Gemini. Start at the base and then just roll it over. So it should sort of stay more or less in the actual die. You can always sort of move it a little bit. Then we're going to take out our magnetic mat and put in our plastic shim and our top plate and send that back through. Now what that's going to do, those lines that we were saying about earlier that are in the actual die, that it would emboss detail. And because we're using vellum, they come out like white lines and look amazing. So let's bring this one out.
Gianna on the socials just asked, who's the lady with you today? Yeah, I know, you've seen it for so long.
It's a new TV demonstrator.
This is our new demonstrator.
Can I pick a new name?
Debbie, I can't remember, what was your surname? Debbie, what name would you have then? New name?
I think I would be a Lucy or a Lulu.
Lucy...
McGiggles. I don't know. McGiggles. Lucy McGiggles. Yeah, Lulu. My mum used to call me Lulucy when I was well, in fact.
Why did she call you Lulu?
Because when they were thinking of a name to call me, and I believe it was my dad. So my mum at the time didn't register me. So which is weird, isn't it? Now you can't. You have to go with both. I think the mum has to be present.
Yeah.
But my dad registered me because my mum was still in hospital, I think, and they decided to call me Lucy, and then my dad registered me as Deborah because it was another name that they did have. So my mum all used to call me Lucy, Lulu. So yeah, that's probably what I would go for.
Lucy, you'd fit a Lucy as well, actually.
Lucy.
Lulu. And Mary just said about your fear, not a ridiculous fear at all, Debbie. It just happens and is out of your control.
Oh, I wish I didn't have it. It's awful.
I had a big claustrophobic panic attack when 6 months pregnant on a submarine tour. I literally couldn't breathe. I feel your pain as well because I'm terrible. I'm all right in like small rooms. But
I didn't realise that.
Oh, I'm terrible. So.
I can go in lifts.
Yeah,
and stuff
I'm
like
fine with that.
Yeah.
But here's how bad I am. Like the thought of having like a cast on my arm like completely freaks me out. And very recently, this was a new one for me. We went to like a Wet and Wild kind of place where you have to put a wetsuit on. I got claustrophobic in a wetsuit.
Oh wow!
Because you have to get someone else to zip it up, and the thought of not being able to get out of it myself.
It's ridiculous.
So weird. Like
it feels ridiculous.
You have to stand there, don't you, and take a deep breath and go, "Come on, you're going to have to get out of this. You're not going to have to wear it forever." But so weird.
And I can't. So in water parks, I can't go down an enclosed slide.
Oh, see, I can do that. Yeah,
no, I can't do that. Yeah.
And Erin can't do that either.
Cannot do that. Yeah. It's just anything
weird,
like that.
Isn't it? How the human mind works and the little things that make us all who we are.
I know where mine comes from, but I won't go into the story. But basically, it was.
Don't go into the story.
I'm not going to go into the story. I'm just going to tell you where it come from, but not the full story. Come from a program called
Twilight Zone.
No.
Tales of the Unexpected.
Tales of the Unexpected. Yeah. There was and I think I have told this story anyway. But it come from that. That's where my fear comes from. And I'm all right in small spaces as long as I can like reach my arms around. It's when I feel closed in. That's what I don't like.
No, same.
Right, so we're showing just two completely different ways of how to do these lilies, and I wanted to show you this way because this way it's more understated and it's so pretty. Vellum is a really lovely medium. I'm not sure, I don't think we've got vellum on the show, but I think you will find it.
We do have some 8x8 vellum.
Oh, we do, even better. But it's great for manipulating, it embosses beautifully. It's such a lovely, delicate medium to use. So I would say if you're going for these flowers today, and you'll really see the difference when we put this together. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on each piece of our leaves here, and then we're just going to do a really quick card to show you just how lovely these all come together. Let's just pop that down onto that one. So that creates our delicate flower there. I haven't done a centerpiece for that, but it was just a quick one for me to show you. Next thing I want to do is bring in my cards. I'm going to give you my card measurement. So I've done this 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, just a card blank. And then I've done a piece of card that is 7 inches by 5 3/4. And then I've just come in at a centimetre on each side. And then what I've done is I've used my nesting die. So I've used my stitched edge circle nesting dies just to create a circle for the middle, so that creates this front piece of our card. And then I've also took some pretty papers that we're going to pop over the top. And again, I've just used those middle sections. And then what I have done is using the middle sections of the stitched edge circle dies, I've just layered them up and then stamped a happy birthday to you from one of our sentiments. So let's just pop this all together very quickly. And what I love about flowers, Ben, is you can really be quite minimalistic, or you can absolutely go to town with them. They just look amazing however you do your card.
And like we said, for all occasions really, aren't they? You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You think about year on year how many cards you make which has a flower of some sort of description. I would say it must be like 70% of cards, I would say, you're going to pop a little flower on or a flower embellishment. So I think this is a really lovely kit to go for. If you can't stretch to the full bundle today, don't forget you can go on a 2 for £26 or 2 for $30 deal. So you can pick your favourite flowers out of the selection as well. You've got sweet pea, you've got carnations, fuchsia, rose, lilac and lily. Erin's producing today and she's saying, why are you saying it dollar? Is that how I say it? You say dollar. Yeah.
So we're just going to slightly bow this so we can get that right on the edge of our card, and make sure you give that a good rub down on there. Slightly bent that, but I'm not worried because our flower is going to hide that. We're going to pop that right in the centre. So I've just got some of our foam pads just to take them off. Like so, and then let's put our sentiments. So any sentiments you've got in your stash are going to work because they're just all about decorating and decorating the flowers. And then we've got our beautiful ones. I've got one here, and what I've done here, Ben, as well, just bring in our glossy highlights. Now, glossy highlights are brilliant for adding little dewdrops. I've got little dewdrops on here that you can already see, so you can just add some more if you want to. But they're also good for putting completely onto whatever you've got to make them shiny. So we'll show this later on and you'll be able to see that where we've put it will be really shiny. And it's such a nice way of being able to just accentuate whatever makes you've got.
Miriam just says, good morning, y'all. Let me do it.
Y'all.
Morning, y'all, from South Carolina. It's good to see Debbie again. Debbie, you look so relaxed. I enjoyed following your trip on IG. IG?
On Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
Oh, get with it, Ben.
IG.
On Inst.
Just like, oh, Dad just walked in.
That's really funny.
That's Grandad to you. I enjoyed following your trip on Instagram. Good morning, Ben, the CTV team, Team Social and Crafty People. And a few of you just still chatting about your funny little things like us, claustrophobia. Mary says, Debbie and Ben, I know what's going on. I never know when it's going to trigger. I feel your fear. I don't like the pinned in feeling either. Yeah, theme park rides I get funny on as well. And you've got the thing over you and you're stuck in there.
Just horrible, isn't it?
Yeah. It's nice that we've got lots of... Well, actually, in my little box here, you can see I haven't got a lot of room to move around. I do feel a little bit claustrophobic when I'm in the box. I can't quite squeeze out of it.
Right, there we go. So if I turn that round, I wasn't going to put another flower on. I just wanted to show you the two differences. So my original one, I just put some extra gems on there so you can see just that flower. But look how beautiful this one looks, just doing it in that vellum and just embossing it. It's just a nice way of being able to add to your makes. So whatever you've got, just add a flower to them and they look beautiful.
They really do. Big, bold, stunning flowers as well. And like we said, you've got the full collection. I'll quickly whiz through these again so you can just quickly see them on the boards here. All the flowers that you're going to get. And remember, you've got the ability to be able to get that beautiful die cut every time because the stamps have been sized for you to be able to do that. So you've got your sweet pea in there. There's that gorgeous timeless carnation. Then you've got your fabulous fuchsia, which I love. Then you've got your rose, your radiant rose. Then you've got that beautiful, lovely lilac, and the one that you've just seen in that demo there is the delicate lily. £55.99 or $63.44 is the platinum price. We do have, very quickly show you some vellums on the show for you as well. So if you do want to start, exploring the things that you can do with your vellum, you've got the Country Lane selection there, 6 designs, 4 sheets of each. That's a great deal, saving 10%, £9.35 or $12.20 is your platinum price on those. Also, in the 12 by 12 is the beautiful vintage butterflies. Again, 24 sheets you're going to receive there, 6 designs, 4 sheets of each. That is also with a 10% saving. So that's £9.35 or $10.76 platinum. And if you want to go slightly bigger, we've got the beautiful Caring Thoughts collection, which is in 12 by 12. However, it's been very busy for this today. I love this one as well because you've got like the block colours to go along with the patterns in here as well. So it's a great way for you to be able to layer these up. Or if you are using flowers, if you don't want the design particularly, you have got the block colour to be able to use. This pad is falling apart. It's very difficult to flick through. The thing to tell you here is that we only have 8 chances for you left to buy this because that's all that we have in stock. So if you're somebody who wants to grab it, get it now. It's a 50% saving. Yeah, I know. £9.96 platinum or $11.98. I mean, this is just falling apart, isn't it? Yours won't. What? Yours won't do this. Someone has been hacking into that, haven't they? Yours will come all in one piece, but it will only come in one piece if you're one of the next 8 people to get in your basket and check it out because it's going to sell out. £9.96 or $11.98 now. Coming up this evening from 6, Debbie is going to be here with Craig for the return of, backed by popular demand, US warehouse clearance. So we thought we would give you a little bit of a sneaky peek as to what is coming up, and we'll do that after a short break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Yeah.
You dip 3 times and then you get another 3 things.
No. have you been away on holiday? Oh, you are joking me.
Can we start again, Ben? They didn't hear you.
Oh, you didn't hear? Have you not heard anything we just said?
That's good. He was being horrible.
I wasn't.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
Right. So we were just saying, first of all, I said, Debbie, get away from me because you're too brown, you're making me look not brown. And then we went, oh, actually, no, we're comparing, our arms are brown. And then I said, oh, thanks for buying me the bracelet. And then Debbie went, oh, yeah, well, I've got a matching bracelet. And then we did the matching bracelet thing. And then Debbie said, what does it say on your bracelet? And I said, oh, no stress. And then you said...
No stress was what they said on the island.
Yeah,
and they fist pumped. That's
fist
why
pumped.
we were fist
pumping.
Then we fist pumped,
yeah. Like that. And then I said to Debbie, oh, this is the $2 lucky dip that we had on the warehouse clearance on Monday, but you weren't here because you were away on holiday. And then I was saying how amazing this is. And I
said, no way, that can't be £1.60 for one item.
Yeah, and I said it's not £1.60, it's $1.60 because it's US.
And then we're up to date. Hello.
Up to date. Hello.
Welcome.
And what we were doing is I was just drawing out a few items and saying, oh, you might get that for $1.60, and you went, wow, no way.
No way.
And then I was just...
We're giving it away.
Well, we are giving it away. I was just saying, so you can dip again and maybe get that, dip again and maybe get that. If you dip up to 10 times, you'll get 1 free item added into your cart. If you dip up to 20 times, you won't get repetitions, and you'll get 3 extra items added into your cart. Amazing. So that's just a few items in the $2 lucky dip.
And dies.
Oh, yeah.
Dies, stamps, embossing. I love this lucky dip.
Yeah.
These are great. You know what you could have? I remember you could have a Santa Claus sack. You could literally... You could wrap all these up and have a raffle, couldn't you?
You could.
At Christmas or birthdays or any time of the year for this amount.
And like you said, a great way just to...
That's one of our resist stamps.
That's just what I'm telling you.
Wow. Yeah, you were right.
Ooh la la!
Ooh la la! That's exactly what this is. Ooh la la.
Now, that's the 2. We sold thousands of those, and thousands more will probably sell. Now, the $3 lucky dip is the one which, right, I can't believe that you get what you get in here. Okay, so 75% of the stock is gone. You pay $3 or $2.40, and you could get...
No! No way, for $3?
Yep. You could also get...
No. I think that one is definitely a mistake. We haven't had those in that long.
I know, but it's not a mistake because also in there, there's another one.
Wow.
Forever Yours, a credit card. That's the $3 lucky dip.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Also, you could get 'Twas a Night Before Christmas, Build a Sleigh.
So even though we had any of them left, they've found them, haven't they? Wow. £3 to get that again. It's amazing. That's dies and stamps.
Yeah.
$3, sorry, not pounds.
A patented technology in here as well.
No way.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one I picked out. Sorry, I didn't mean to pick that one out. Where is it? There's the
double-sided one.
Double-sided dies in there, yeah. I picked the wrong one out. Where's he gone? Oh, there was one in here. But anyway.
Someone's
taken it out.
Who was in with this bag? Did Sarah take it? See, that's amazing.
3D embossing folders.
I mean, they're incredible. That's incredible value.
Yeah, so this is
set for Christmas.
Yeah, a selection of what you could get. That's one of my faves.
Yeah, 3D stencils, yeah.
Over the rooftops. So again, dip up to 10 times, get 1 for free. Dip up to 20 times, get 3 for free, and you can dip 20 times without getting a repeat.
That's absolutely crazy, like really crazy. I would have thought that would be the $5 bag.
Yeah, wait till you see the $5 bag.
Wow.
That I didn't break this, it's bursting with value.
I like that. Saved, well saved, Ben. $5 for a whole big pad like that.
These are. I'm sure we were saying the other night. These are like $15, $19, maybe $20.
Yeah, $5. Amazing. All them colours, incredible. Yeah, all your mats and layering. It's just that is beautiful. And 12 by 12. Let's not forget that. That's a massive pad.
You could dip and get that. The Best of British pad, that's in there for $4 if you're platinum.
And you're definitely going to want that for the Jubilee next week.
Of course you are. We've also, so that, $25 for $4 if you get it in the lucky dip.
I've not even seen that.
Twist and Pop Santa hats.
Wow.
$4.
Oh my goodness, I love that. I want that.
You can't have it. Well, you can if you dip.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Oh yeah, I've got to be in America.
It's not looking good for you, is it?
No.
Ornate favour boxes, $4.
Amazing.
You've also got the waterfall dies in here.
That's incredible value.
They're the
Look
best
at
lucky
that.
dips we've ever done.
Absolutely, I can see why.
Patented technology in the boxes.
Double-sided
dies.
For a £5 to make
£5.
2 different size boxes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, again, we've got the little pop-up confetti cubes in here. There's tons, and this is just a bit of an idea as to what you might get. You could get different items, but what I will tell you is that you will get 10 dips and get an extra one, 20 dips and get 3 extra ones, and you can dip up to 20 times in each bag without getting repetition, which means you'll get 9 free ones, so 69 items. And I know lots of people, lots of people did go for the full dips.
That's actually incredible how many products we're actually passing a value on to when you're not getting repetitive. I can understand if maybe you say you might get the repeats of some things, but to say we're not getting a repeat is really amazing value.
The thing is as well, even if you did, like say if you wanted to dip more times and dip like 25 times, if you did get a repeat, it's not the worst thing in the world, is it?
Not at all. No, not at all.
Right, mystery bags on the show as well. So this proved really popular.
Ooh.
Do you want to... Go on, I'll let you have a little...
Okay.
So you will get the contents of this bag. So this, this is the die cutting mystery bag.
How much is this?
$24.
Oh, wow, that's
if you're
amazing.
a platinum member, and if you do buy more than one of these, you will get repetition.
So first of all, can I just take out all these? You're getting cards and envelopes.
Yep.
I mean, that's amazing. That's really amazing. You're also getting paper packs in here. Look at this.
I know.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Yep.
Solids and patterns,
Yep.
which is incredible. No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I love it because Debbie genuinely hasn't seen what's in these. No. Yes.
That's amazing. Our dye brush, which is incredible. The sponge in there is really good for making your flowers with as well, because you can use it, especially your foam flowers. Oh, we've got, I love these ones. These are great dyes. So these are like an aperture. They cut your apertures out. So if you've got any sort of edgeable, they will fit along there and you can cut around them and cut out a shape around them. So that's a brilliant one.
Super useful.
Wow, look at it. Oh, look at that. You've got our, is that the double-sided ones?
I think, no, normal.
No, it's not. It's just the normal one. But beautiful, really intricate cut-out die there.
Like a kid in a candy store here, aren't you?
Look at the, a pop-out die.
Yeah.
Love these ones, yeah. You've got your pop-out die in there. You've got your, I love that one. Happy birthday. Look how big that is. That's huge, huge sentiment die. You've got gems, you've got ribbons we're giving you in here, we've got stamp sets in here, we've got other little die sets in here, more stamp sets in here. That's amazing.
Great value, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really good value.
Sarah was saying as well that usual price was actually wrong. She was saying that it was worth over $100 worth for $24. Just worth bearing in mind as well that if you are looking for the US warehouse items, they're on a separate page. So if you're buying the launch, you'll have to check that out separately to the US warehouse goodies, which are orange stickered. Now, one of the most popular items that we've got, I can't believe we've got this in stock. This is our core tools bag. Again, if you order more than one of these, you will get duplicates, but it's over $100 of value for $40 if you're platinum.
That's good.
We've got some of our best core tools in here. One.
Our scissors.
But hang on. Two.
Not the little ones as well. No way! Do you know what? It's actually really hard.
3.
We sell out of these so many times. It's really hard to get them all in one go. So that's incredible value. Can I also say, if you've got these scissors, even if you've got 2 pairs of them, another pair, use them for your garden, use them for the kitchen. I've got some in my kitchen. I've got some in my garden. Keep them for your sewing. Keep them for your...
Sarah has a pair specifically for cutting the fat off her bacon.
Oh, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I use it in the kitchen to cut the fat off my bacon. Yeah, I do exactly the same thing.
That would be good for $40, wouldn't it? But
absolutely.
You also get your ruler with the metal edge.
Which is amazing. So if you had a craft knife, you need a craft knife for that, just because it's got a metal edge, so that's incredible.
Tweezers. All 4.
Amazing. So, and these are brilliant for making your flowers as well that we've got on today. Great for holding them. Great for your quilling flowers that Shady Palace does. And also just great for just doing any of your general crafting. Amazing.
Another craft room essential, pokey tools.
Absolutely. That's what I was saying about earlier. You definitely need those, especially for making your flowers. I feel like this bag has been made to make our flowers.
It absolutely has. I mean, you might want a craft knife as well.
No way. See, craft ruler, craft knife. We've thought of it all. Honestly, that's brilliant.
I mean, what happens though when your blades run out?
You need extras.
I mean, you get spare blades anyway, but you get extras as well.
Get more.
So all of that, $40 if you're platinum.
That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal, yeah. And can I say that if you don't know anybody that crafts and you want to get them into crafting, this is such a good toolkit to start with. If you know someone that wants to go with that, and then go for that other one, which does the papers and the gems and the tools, you've got your crafting journey sorted out straight away.
Now the next thing you're going to say to me is, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could have like a, adhesive mystery bag?
Ben, wouldn't it be great if we had an adhesive mystery bag?
We don't though.
No, that's a shame.
No, we do.
We do.
No, not I said adhesive, not adhesive. This is a decent adhesive bag. Once again with this.
Oh, no, why?
Once again, if you buy more than one, you will get repetition, but it's half price, over $100 worth for $40 if you're a platinum member. We'll start at the back.
I would definitely be buying multiples of these.
Adhesive sheets.
Yeah,
and
so these
sheets.
are foam. I think these are sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, adhesive sheets, adhesive foam sheets. So both have brilliant ways of using them, especially if you've got like glitters, gilding flakes, anything like that. Amazing.
I'm enjoying showing you these bags because genuinely, Debbie doesn't know what's in them. I'm loving the genuine shock and surprise. So you red liner tape.
My favourite. Love those. All three of the sizes.
Widths,
Yeah, 3, 6 and 12 millimetre. So great for all your crafting. There's no stronger tape than this, honestly. The red liner tape is your absolute ultimate. And can I just say, tomorrow we have a masterclass on boxes and construction and that. You definitely need your red liner tape.
Low tack tape.
Brilliant, absolutely. 3 times, and it comes on our reels, which is super easy to get off.
Glue dots.
Glue dots, wow, that's amazing. I haven't seen glue dots for ages. It's not something I go for, glue dots, and actually I should get some because they are brilliant.
Foam on a roll.
Foam on a roll. Foam on a roll. Foam on a roll. Foam on a roll. Hey!
Finger lift tape.
Oh, finger lifting tape. Anyone that doesn't know what finger lifting tape is, it's tape, but it's got the outer carrier sheet isn't taped down, so it finger lifts.
That's what Craig calls tissue tape, doesn't he?
Tissue tape?
Doesn't he call that tissue tape?
I have no idea.
I think it's the same thing.
No idea. 4 rolls of that.
Foam pads.
Foam pads.
Foam pads.
Foam pads. Foam pads. Foam pads. We don't have a tune for that, so let's go. Let's move on. Allow all purpose.
All purpose.
All purpose. All purpose.
Tacky.
Tacky. My fave.
$40 if you're platinum.
That I would buy a couple of. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It's all crafting essentials, isn't it?
Shall I pop that away?
Yeah. We're also going to show you. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
One final thing to show you.
I'm saying yes, like I don't know what he's going to show me. I have no idea.
Right, I want to show you. Let's put these. I hope you put that back in. Okay. So rocker blocks, right? So you're going to get.
They're nice. They're clear ones.
Yeah, the clear rocker blocks, 2 different sizes. Super handy, right? If you struggle with stamping.
Yeah, really handy. They're so easy to use. Rock from heel to toe, and you've got your stamp.
So those 2 would normally be $30, $50 today. Or $40 if you're platinum. You're thinking, hang on a minute, why are you charging us more?
It's a bit more.
Because you also get
$100 worth of stamps. I've just read.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Look at that. There's photopolymer stuff. In fact, they're all photopolymer from the looks of them. There might be some acrylic, but they look photopolymer to me.
You've got sentiments. You've got sort of Art Deco stamps in there. You've got the underwater garden stamps. You've got a rose, so if you're enjoying your florals there, you've got that in there. You've got a beautiful daisy in there. You've also got wedding sentiments in there. You've got vintage accents in there. $100 worth of stamps, plus the rocker blocks for $40.
I mean, that is truly amazing. And really good stamps in there. Yeah, really good stamps. That's incredible.
So that's just a little bit of an idea of what is coming up on the show. It's you and Craig, isn't it, later?
It is you and me and Craig, yes. But me and you for launch day at 2 o'clock. But I'm going to head off and have a little bit of water, I think, for a while.
Oh, you should go and relax.
Put my feet up. Yeah, I'm not used to being on my feet for so long. See, on a sunbed, or just dipping in the pool. Bye.
Coming up in just a few moments' time, Gwen is here, limbered up and ready to go. Gwen from Creative Expressions. Are you ready and raring?
I am always ready, Ben. Ready to go.
Lovely stuff. Well, we're going to take a quick little break. Oh, no little break. We're not going to take a break. I thought we were. My bad. There's me going. Debbie's off for a break. There's me saying we're going to take a little break. We're not. We're actually going to go straight in. We are going straight in to the Creative Expressions show with some brand new goodies to Crafters TV. The exotic paper cut die and stencil bundle, £47.49 or $75.99. If you're a platinum member, you're saving 10%. $37.99 is platinum today, or $60.79. Gwen, just give us an overview about this wonderful set. I mean, we've got that gorgeous wolf in there. We've got the elephant, the mermaid, and some gorgeous stencils as well.
Yes, so the paper cuts dies are one of our core ranges, and they're designed by Kathy Shuttleworth, who's a fabulous artist, and she's brought us these amazing animal dies, and there's one little mermaid in there as well, a mythical creature. Really clever dies in that they cut part in, part out, and they have no outer edge, so you can map these onto or frame these with any size you like. So you can do quite a small card with them, just featuring that focal point, or you can enlarge and put a board around it, and then of course you can bring in those amazing stencils. I love stencils. And of course with all our Cosmic Shimmer pastes and things that we're bringing you as well, those are going to work perfectly. And the styles we've picked to go with these animals are ones that we felt would suit. So you've got the stars and the flowers that are going to work beautifully with the mermaid. No, she's an elf. No, she's a mermaid.
Mermaid.
And the elephant and the wolf suit that henna petals. I love that one. It's so delicate, but really, really does remind me of those beautiful henna tattoos that Indian ladies have when they get married and things like that. So, yeah, really stunning designs. Excited about these.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing those demos a little bit later on, but if you want to grab them right now, as we said, they are live on the website, £37.99 or $60.79. But we are going to have a look at this beautiful set here, which I think potentially, I know we're not allowed to have faves here, but I do like this collection. It is the Paper Cuts Die and Stencil Essential 5-piece bundle. So you're going to get a lovely selection of dies here and some gorgeous stencils as well. The reason I say this collection is potentially my favourite because it features this lovely die here, the Perfect Day. I've not, for a while, Gwen, seen a lot of Creative Expressions goodies, but you guys seem to get so much detail into all of the dies.
That's what's so incredible, because, I mean, you look at a die and you think, yes, that's what it cuts, but when you actually think, how has it been designed? How is it cut? How do all the bits stay where they need to be? And the level of detail in that cat, I mean, that could be any sort of cat, tortoise shell, black and white, you know, whatever you like. So clever. And then you've got the beautiful little florals and leaves running down the side as well, some of which are actually sort of hinged, so you can pop them up, give it some dimension. Of course, you've got elements there that you can paper piece. I did paper piece the cat, but I only did it once. Did like a tortoise shell type cat. That was really pretty. Loads of options, and clever, like you say, there he is, cleverly designed. And all the work's done for you. They sort of reflect that hand cutting, that paper cutting technique that's done by hand. But of course you don't have to do all that hard work. It's done for you in these dies. They're amazing.
I'll just show you one more of the cat for now, and if you're loving the background detailing there as well.
Oh yes, that's coming up later on today.
So that is your cat, which you're going to get the Perfect Day. Also in this collection, from your kind of, you know, your house cat to a gorgeous big cat. Look at that. Amazing tiger peering through the undergrowth. That's phenomenal, Gwen.
Again, the detail in that face. I mean, you know straight away it's a tiger, don't you? It's so clever. And when you cut it out and lay it on a strong background like that, and just pick out the eyes maybe, and then you've got all those lovely elements around the outside that you can do lovely things with as well. Just gorgeous.
Really amazing. And again, what I love about this is, you know, if we have got people who are new to crafting, new to card making, you know, it's the die that does all the hard work, and then that's where the fun starts, isn't it?
Absolutely, really? And I'm going to show you later on just how easy these really are.
And then lastly in this collection, as far as the dies are concerned, take a look at that beautiful bunny, and once again look at all the detail. Obviously you've got the animal at the forefront there, but then you've also incorporated some gorgeous foliage, and look at the butterflies as well there.
That face, I love that face. You can almost see its nose twitching, can't you? It's just like sat up thinking, ooh, what's happening over there, and its little nose going
But again, look at that, loads of different elements built into the die to create that stunning card, right?
Absolutely gorgeous. You've got a background area that you can fill in with your gorgeous products, your mediums, your paints, your sprays. On this occasion, we've got some glittery pastes coming up for you.
Yeah.
And obviously as well, you can die cut and then you can pick out elements, like you could separate the butterflies and have extra elements.
Yes. And once again here,
and that's featuring the stencil that we've put into this bundle for you as well. So that's got butterflies, that ties it in with that lovely rabbit.
And that again here, I just love, you know, that sort of just creating the background, isn't it? And almost just sort of layering the die on top.
Yeah, I mean, you can go as simple as making it just all about the background and then pop the die on top, or you can really go to town and pick out all the different elements. So there's something there for everybody, every level of crafter.
3 dies you're getting, and you're also going to get gorgeous stencils as well. So you've got your 7x7 graceful butterflies, and also you talk about items that you want in your craft. Stencils are so versatile. You've got butterflies, which you use time and time again, and you've got florals, which you use time and time again. And these are brilliant ways to create cards straight off the bat, to create backgrounds, and the fact that you've brought loads of different mediums. Stencils will take a lot of different mediums, won't they?
Absolutely, and these ones are thick mylar, they're quite deep, so if you are using something like a texture paste, then they'll give you that lovely depth. But you can easily just put inks through them, sprays through them, paints through them, and again you can pick out elements and feature those. I love that floral bouquet, timeless florals, with the bouquet and that separate corner, which of course you can use on anything.
Absolutely right. You're getting all 5 of those items at a 10% saving today for $38.86 or $61.56. This is where we're starting as well with this particular collection. We're going to have a look at the tiger, I believe. First up, the tiger blooms.
Yes, we are. Sorry.
You looked at me blankly then for a second. If you want to ask any questions of Gwen over the course of the show, anything you want to know about creative expressions, or if you've seen something on the web and you want to see more about it, maybe you want a close-up look at other items that we've got coming up, then do ask those questions. Don't forget, Gwen is here obviously for this preview right now, but then back with us later on from 2 and then from 6 o'clock this evening as well. So plenty of opportunity to see all of the goodies that you've probably spotted already on the web. And as I said, all of those goodies are already live and ready to go. And I know lots of you are shopping already. So right, super excited to have a look at these in action. And we're going with the tiger, Gwen, aren't we?
We are going with the tiger, yeah. So I just want to start initially by showing you how these dies cut, because that's always important. There are lots of different levels of quality of dies, of course.
Yep.
And it's really important that you have the faith in what you're buying, that you know it's going to work. And ours cut beautifully, and I'm going to be using the Gemini here.
Yeah.
So that makes it easy as well, because you can just pop it through and let it do its thing. So I'm just taping it down with a little bit of low tack so that it doesn't shift when it's in the machine. Now, I'm not sure I'm familiar with these plates.
Oh, Debbie's still here.
What order do I need, Debbie, please?
Plate combinations.
I know I don't need a rubber one at this stage. And that's obviously my cutting one. So is it all of these?
Not your metal.
Don't need me metal, right. Like that. And then is it face up? Yeah.
There we go. I'm still learning my plate combos in the electronic one, because I use a manual one, you see.
We all have different machines,
yeah,
don't we?
Exactly right. Yeah, and they're all slightly different, aren't they, the plate combos?
I love this. I can just stand back and watch it.
Oh, no. Oh, you need to catch it the other side, because it doesn't hold it. That's caught many people out before.
Don't come and put your foot under there, that would hurt. Okay, so we can see straight away all those bits from that. Quite an intricate die have just fallen out, and you're left with this beautiful intricate cut of our amazing tiger. Ooh, I've got that poem in my head. Tiger burning bright, yeah. Every time I do this.
Was that Rudyard Kipling?
Was it Tennyson, was it?
Oh, was it Tennyson?
Oh, I don't know. Not 100%. So there we have him, and just, you might have a couple of odd bits that you just need to pop out, but they've all come out really lovely. And let me just grab a contrast so you can see the detail in that. How gorgeous is that?
Here we go.
So that's your tiger, and now all I want to do is create a background for him.
Look at the
or
detail.
her.
Wow.
It's gorgeous, that face. Just you could just do that. Just put a contrasting cardstock at the back of it, and you'd be good to go. But we don't want to stop there, do we? So I want to introduce you to our amazing mixed media embossing powders, and this one is called Satin Sunset.
Okay.
Now I think Ben has got some little examples for us to have a look at how they work, because these are quite different from normal embossing powders.
Yeah, and explain to me, because obviously I've only seen these a few times, but you know when you normally look at an embossing powder, it's normally sort of one colour, but there's different colours in each of these.
Yes, so not only are there multiple colours, but there are multiple particle sizes as well.
Yeah.
So you've got chunky bits and fine bits and metallic bits and coloured bits, and when you heat them and melt them, you get the most amazing effects. So these are gorgeous for any mixed media project. They're not going to be ideal for stamping with an outline stamp and embossing that. They're more for creating a panel or for dropping into other things like your texture paste. You can sprinkle them onto something quite randomly and just have a little sprinkle across a corner or something like that. You can drop beads into it and all sorts of stuff. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it to bits.
So that was your Satin Sunset. That one there is your Bronze Age. It creates, like you say, such a really, really cool and different effect. This one's called, I always get this wrong, but let's try and pronounce it correctly, Plantagenet.
Yes, Plantagenet.
And again, it creates such a wonderful, wonderful effect. And you've got your Jurassic in here as well. Really, really stunning. You're going to get all four of those. And the thing to say is, again, with these, you don't need a lot to create that effect. They're small tubs, aren't they? But you don't, most of it goes back into the tub, doesn't it?
That's right, yeah. You can throw it about as much as you like. You can chuck the whole pot on, but most of what you've put on there will go back, because there's only so much the ink can hold.
Yeah.
And once it's got to that capacity, the rest is spare and it goes back in your pot. So you're going to see me now throw the whole jar on, basically, but most of it will go back in my jar.
And just quickly tell me as well, that also comes with this, the Emboss It Dabber.
Yes.
What's that for?
So this is liquid embossing ink.
Okay.
Very unusual. And it comes in this lovely bottle. It has a spongy top and it has a little spring in there. So when you're using it, what you need to do is squeeze, it's quite a soft bottle, and then press this sponge down onto your project, and then you can just swipe. So it's really quick. When you want to cover a large area, really quick.
Wow, okay. Lovely stuff. Details at the bottom of the screen for your embossing powders, your mixed media embossing powders, which we've just shown you, £20.69 today, or $29.70 for shopping in the US.
Okay, so let me show you how this all works when we bring it together. So I'm going to do the tiger in the centre here. And you can see how I'm actually squeezing. You can't see that I'm squeezing, but I am squeezing. I'm squeezing and pushing down, and then you can see it come out. It's like a clear gel almost.
Yeah.
And then once you can see that you've got some down there, you can use the applicator to just spread it about. Really, really good when you want to do a big area. And sometimes, I mean, I've done this in the past with other products, and you've nothing to adhere it to. So when you try to heat it with your heat gun, it just all blows away.
Oh, okay.
So this, of course, holds it in place. So I'll just do a small section so you can see the effect. I do stand mine upside down on its lid because that keeps it ready to go.
Okay.
So let me just change my paper so I haven't got sticky paper, and then we can sprinkle this on. So as you can see, I'm throwing, the whole pot has gone on there.
Is that the sandstorm?
Yes.
Yes.
But, oh no, sorry, this is the sunset one.
Sorry, sunset, yeah.
So I've just missed a little section in the middle of him there. And then all of this, and you can see all those fantastic particles there, look at that. There's all sorts going on. There's copper and bronze and red and white and gold and just yum. So look how much I've actually used. Not very much.
No, you haven't. I'm glad the fan's not going over on that side of the studio today, because that could have been
Not
fun.
as glad as I am. So if I bring my heat gun now to this, as I say, ordinarily when you were heating something like this, you'd have to do it from the back and hold it very carefully, and it would all float off otherwise. But because this is held with that lovely sticky ink, we can just go straight in and heat it. And it takes a little while because it's a chunky powder.
Yeah.
So you've got to let the heat penetrate.
You've got one of those quiet heat guns.
I
as
did.
well.
I always bring the quiet one. It's not the fastest, but it's quiet and it just helps.
There's lots of oohing and ahhing about these powders, by the way. Marsha has just said these powders are amazing.
Hi, Marsha. Glad you're watching.
She's put you on the big TV today.
I don't need to be put on the big one, Marsha.
And Sandra Robinson says, oh my. Do you know Sandra?
Yes, hi, Sandra.
She says, Gwen, how have I not seen these embossing powders before?
Well, you've not been watching, have you, love? Actually, I don't know if I've had them on the telly before. I might have had once.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't come up very often, which is a shame because they're so stunning. So there we are. I've just done his face. I'm going to do this whole panel, and then we're going to use that as the forefront of our design.
That's
Look at him.
amazing, isn't it?
And you can see that I've missed a little bit there.
Yeah.
It absolutely doesn't matter. What I can do is go back and I can just correct it. Now, you can't do that with a normal embossing powder, or at least not very easily. So I've just put some more of my lovely ink down, swap your paper so that you're not sticking your powder to your sticky paper. Clean sheet of paper. And I've been able to correct that little bit that was missing. Just pop the heat gun back on there.
Yeah.
So there's no panic, there's no worries, there's none of that. Oh, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? It's going to work every time. So there he is, our beautiful tiger. Obviously, finish off the whole panel.
We were both wrong with the poet for Tiger Tiger. Apparently it was William Blake.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Never mind.
Get an education here as well.
Oh, you learn all sorts.
What?
All sorts.
Now, the next thing I'd like to show you is one of the stencils, and this is the something florals.
It is the Timeless
Florals, of course it is. Let me just grab mine.
So this comes in the set as well.
And I'm going to be using this beautiful corner spray here. I've already started and done a little bit there, because obviously these things take a little bit of time. So I'm going to pop this on the opposite corner. You can tape yours down if you're not so good with your hands and you don't like holding things, just tape it down, or if you've got one of those lovely magnetic stenciling platforms, they're brilliant. But I'm just going to bring in some Distress ink, and I'm going to pick out the little flowers. I'm using one of our fantastic little blending brushes. I love these.
They're such a great craft room essential stencils, really, aren't they? Because they're so so many different things you can do with them, and I guess so many different mediums that you can run through them as well.
Absolutely, and they're very hard wearing. They're not going to let you down. You know, they're quite difficult to damage. The only thing I would say is bending them is not the best idea.
No.
So don't bend them. But other than that, they're quite hard wearing. I mean, some of mine I've had for years and years.
Easy clean as well, I guess.
Yes, most things will wash off. If you do use something that's not likely to, just make sure you get it into water quickly. And I use a little nail brush to scrub mine. Always have a little bowl at the side of me when I'm stenciling.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. So I'm bringing in some green, just two colours, nothing too taxing. It doesn't have to take you all day. I really, really enjoy stenciling. I use it all the time for lots of things.
Great. It's a great in for beginners as well, isn't it, stenciling? A great thing to have if you're new.
It is, yes. I mean, it's one of those things that you can take to any level. We've got very experienced crafters who like to go that next step and do fancy techniques, and that's cool. And that's the beauty of them. They'll suit everybody. All right, so just let me take off my stencil, and there we already have a gorgeous corner. So you can see how easy that was, and it takes seconds. So I've got a frame now to accommodate my tiger, and the only thing I've done with this one is just a piece of black card that I'm going to pop behind it. So really, really simple.
Oh, wow.
And that really sets him off, doesn't it?
It does.
So I've got one I did earlier that I was going to finish off.
So effective is that stencil. Producer Erin was just saying before you did the second part of the stencil, she actually thought that the top corner of the paper was actually within the paper. She didn't realise it was the stencil.
Yes, that's the beauty of it. And you can see how this one, I could go in with more colour, and you can easily add shade to your stenciling as well.
Yeah.
This one's a lot more green. I've got a bit more brown going on here. So again, options always with stencils, really lovely. So I've got another panel not quite finished again here. And all I'm going to do is pop my frame on top there, and then set that onto my base card. I've added some little dots with a 3D medium. You can do whatever you like, and here's the finished one. So really quite simple. Only a couple of steps to do for that one. There he is.
That's amazing. And do you know what? A beautiful card, but the way that you've designed that with that frame, it's put me in mind that a lot of these would be great for home decor pieces as well, wouldn't
They
they?
certainly would. You could just frame that and pop it on the wall, couldn't you?
Yeah.
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 So if you like selling your crafts, that's an option.
Yeah. I mean, again, and that is a good point to make, actually, which we must chat about. So as far as like angel policies are concerned...
Yes, free angel policy. So as long as you've handmade the finished product and it's not a sort of part produced or multiple produced die cut, you can't cut the die cuts and pack them in packs of 10 and sell those. You can't do that. But if it's a finished product like this, a project, sell as many as you like, go for it.
Absolutely, do it. And again, if you can start making things like home decor pieces as well, why not? Rosalind just saying, so glad that Creative Expressions is on Crafters Companion's website. Yeah, it's all there for you. It's all live. And Marsha on Facebook just saying, what a stunning stencil. Yeah, you get both of those within this set, which we'll recap on in just a few moments' time. Those embossing powders as well for you that we've just featured, you can pick up. I mean, how stunning. And great to see these in action as well, because, you know, you may... If you've not used these before, you might look at the pots and go, wow, they're not going to go too far, are they? How many projects is that? A couple of projects? It's tons and tons of projects, because you saw when Gwen was just using them a few moments ago, that's the Jurassic, by the way. These literally, the majority of what you use goes back into the pot. And yes, producer Erin, it is like dinosaur eggs. I mean, I would imagine what they're like, because I've never seen a dinosaur egg, but that's what we imagine. That's what we would imagine they would look like. They could all be eggs, or they're getting very excited in the gallery. They're getting very excited about dinosaurs. So that one there is your Plantagenet. But how cool is that? You get all the different particles in there. So again, each and every time, you'll get a slightly different look, a slightly different design. Which I love. This one here is called your Bronze Age. Again, look at that, all the different colours that you've got running through there as the light catches it, with all of the different particles that you've got in there. And then the one that we saw with the tiger just then is the Satin Sunset. Stunning. You're going to get your embosser dabbit, of course, as well. So, you know, a great way to be able to get using these mixed media embossing powders, a great set, and that is going to last you for £16.55 platinum, $23.76. A great way to maybe sort of go to the next level with your embossing powders. I've never seen embossing powders quite like these, so that they're a little bit different, aren't they? And if you really want to create those super effects like you've just seen, then get these into your basket, because they're stunning. If you want to be able to create with your clear embossing folders, why do I keep calling them folders? Embossing powders. These are definitely powders, Ben, not folders. We've got your detail embossing powder clear as well. So I think you just get the one, don't you? Hang on. There's your clear. Right there, we've got the true white. So you've got your clear here, which is what you might be used to using day in, day out. That's £3.40 or $5.20 if you need to stock up on that. That's a 20ml tub. And then we've also got this one here, which is your true white. Once again, 20ml, £3.40 or $5.20. Worth bearing in mind again, as I said earlier on, if you're here because of Gwen, if you're here because of Creative Expressions, welcome aboard first of all. And secondly, don't forget to sign up to Club Inspire, because you get 20% off your first order with us today. Even if you've never placed an order before, get on the website, hit the Club Inspire tab. You need your email address and your name. And you put in a password, and away you go, 20% off your first order, and you've joined the club for free. This bundle is proving very popular indeed, particularly after seeing that last demo. I'll show you everything that you're going to get very quickly, and we'll go back to see more. I'll show you the butterfly bunny first, because that's what we're going to be seeing from Gwen in just a second. So you've got your gorgeous butterfly bunny, and again, so much detail in these dies. Like Gwen was saying, like you can see, it's almost like he's just like popped his head up, and you can almost imagine his ears twitching, his nose going, and his eyes going from side to side. Look at the glorious butterflies that you've got there as well. Then you've got that stunning tiger with the piercing eyes, as you've just seen a few moments ago. And then I think my favourite die that we've seen today so far, that beautiful pussycat, Perfect Day. Alongside that, You're going to get those stencils as well. So the one that you didn't see just a few moments ago is the graceful butterflies. So beautiful, you know, you can choose which elements that you want to use, whether you want to create a full background, whether you just want to, you know, add little embellishments to your cards. You can do. There's a 7x7 in size, and that one there is your timeless florals. It was this part here that Gwen was just using a few moments ago to create that gorgeous frame on the Tiger Blooms die. I think all in all, for 3 dies, 2 stencils, £38.86 is a wonderful buy, and that is proving very, very popular already, I'm reliably informed. $61.56 if you're platinum shopping with us in the US. We're going to have a look at the little bunny rabbit.
We are, and again I'm just going to cut it for you so that you can see how well these dies perform, because I know it's really important to always show that. Well, I feel it is.
Yes.
I've had dies myself in the past. You know, you might think you're getting a bargain, you're buying a cheap die, but you know, cheap is as cheap does.
Yeah. That famous quote. No, I know what you mean. It's false economy though, isn't it, really?
It is really, because you're just disappointed then, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, our dies have got a lot of metal in them, and it's good, strong metal. I've had dies, again, that are so flimsy, you know, they bend it when you blow on them. It's really something that I'm passionate about, the quality products, and I do think it's worth, if you can stretch to it, paying that a little bit more. Any of the Crafters Companion fans will know this. You're going to get value for money, and it's well worth it. So, yeah. So there we go. There's our gorgeous little bunny. Let me grab. I've got something. I haven't got a coloured sheet to show behind it. Oh, I'll use this. Here we go. So that you can just see the detail on there.
Yeah.
And how every single bit there is. There's one bit.
Well, that shows you the quality.
There you
the way
go.
that it's cut, and everything's
and
come out.
It's got a lovely bevel to the cut edges as well, so they're not like a raw edge. Sometimes, again, with less expensive dies, you get a kind of a raw edge when it's cut. It doesn't bevel it quite nicely. So that's really important to look for in your dies as well. But that is a stunning design. Look at him, her, it.
Whatever you want.
It's a rabbit.
It is.
All right, so what I want to do now is introduce our amazing sparkle texture paste.
Oh, yes.
So we've got these for you. We've got a fantastic range available on the website.
Yes.
Go and have a look at Crafters' website, please, because there's a whole section of creative expressions up there, and Cosmic Shimmer, of course, is part of our in-house branding.
Yeah.
And we've got some gorgeous colours.
We have.
I know we've got this one I'm using is an ultra sparkle texture paste. So we've got 2 different ranges. You've got sparkle texture paste,
right,
and you've got ultra sparkle, and it's the difference between glitter and our glitter bits, if you know what they are.
Right.
So super sparkly, mixed particles of glitter in there, mixed sizes, so the reflection and refraction you get from them is incredible, and it's in a glue gel base, so really easy to use. And I'm literally going to make a whole panel of this. This is our blue gunmetal ultra sparkle texture paste. Look at that.
Wow.
It's almost lickable, but please don't.
Oh.
It's fab. Water-based, so everything cleans up really easily. Nothing harmful in there. So, you know, if you are a little bit concerned about harmful chemicals, or you're perhaps allergic to certain things, you shouldn't have a problem with these at all. So another good thing.
Bottom of your screen for the Ultra Sparkle blue blue gun metal, $5.75 and $9.99.
And again, any excess that could have been through a stencil, but any excess back in the jar. Tap the jar, it'll fall back in, and you're ready to go next time you need it. And I'm just going to clean my spatula up literally with a piece of kitchen roll, just a quick wipe. If it was a stencil, just drop it in water straight away. As long as it's in water, you can come back and clean it at any time.
Do you have to dry that now, or? This
will dry.
Right.
I like to leave it to dry because if you heat gun it, it might bubble.
Okay.
So I leave it to dry. But I have one I did earlier, Ben.
Of course, ever prepared, Gwen. Ever prepared.
Not always.
Well, mostly.
So here we are. This is dry. Look at the sparkle on that.
Ah!
It's a bit like a glitzy Strictly dress, isn't it?
I mean, it is.
Look at that. And it's crunchy. It's like textural. It's it's lovely.
I've never seen sparkle like it.
You could die cut that now.
Yeah.
I could cut my rabbit out of that now, and it would cut it. It would cope with it. So although I said it's crunchy, it's not like really thick and So yeah, look at that. It's just gorgeous. So that's going to be the backdrop to my bunny. I've got my bunny here that I cut, and when I did this, I thought, that's nice, but it could be better.
Okay.
So I decided to do a black drop shadow.
Uh-huh.
So I've got here my white bunny with a little black drop shadow. Now I don't know if you can see the difference on the screen, but that just gives it a little more contrast, a little more definition, and it's a good trick if you've got something that's quite a busy background and you want to put a die cut on top of it and it's perhaps not standing out enough. Don't give up on it, just do a contrasting drop shadow. So it's got a little black outline here that just makes it pop that little bit more. So that's the basis of my card, and I'm going to glue those two together, if I can find my glue. What have I done with it?
Do you know what as well? It's just so, it's like simple crafting you're showing us here, Gwen, as well, isn't it?
It is simple, that's it. I love to be able to show people. I mean, I've been crafting a long, long time, and I can do fancy stuff, yes I can. But to some people, they look at that and think, well, I couldn't do that, Gwen. So what's the point of that? That's no good, is it? So if I can show you a simple way to get great results,
exactly right,
then I'm going to do that. And if that involves, you know, what might look like a really complicated product, that's even better. It's a bonus.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'm just going to apply my glue all around the outside edge of this. Again, with stencils like this, and if I'm not paper piecing, so I'm not wanting to put elements back in, I don't glue every little tiny bit down. It doesn't need it. So just some of the more solid areas, I'll just put a spot of glue, and that's all you need to do. So we can now pop this onto our glitter paste background, and we're ready. The only other thing I've done, I cut his nose and his eye features in black and just popped those back in. It just gave them a little bit more definition as well.
Yeah.
And also on these dies you have got elements which you can pop up. So like these butterflies' wings, you can lift. So if you just get something under there, so you can give it a little bit of dimension if you want to. So all of those, and each of the dies has got a feature that you can do that with. So then I want to move on and do a little bit more stenciling for you. But this time I'm going to do it with the pastes.
Okay.
So I'm just looking for some paper. So I've cut myself a circular frame, well it's square, with a circle in the middle. So, is that a circular frame? I don't know.
Yeah,
it sort of is, isn't it?
I know what you meant.
Yeah, and I'm going to be using the graceful butterflies. Now, I love this stencil because it's got this gorgeous leafy corner. Yeah. And all these different butterflies, you get loads. Now, the pastes I'm going to use this time are Hunter Green. Okay. And Rose Copper. So these two in the Ultra Sparkles. So again, check out the website, you'll find those over there, I'm sure. And I want to add a leafy element to the corner here. So again, I'm going to just tape it down this time, just so it leaves me hands free. Okay. And nothing's going to shift. And also, you can make sure that you don't get the paste somewhere that you don't want it. All right. Grab a spatula, and I always pick it up on the back of my spatula, so you can see that sitting on the back there, not on the top. Yeah. And then go in and, rather than scraping it, just kind of press it down. Right. Because if you scrape it, you run the risk of it getting under your stencil. Okay. Whereas if you just press it and then kind of move it around and press again, then it sits where you want it to, and then you can just pick up the excess and work your way across your stencil design, and then you can scrape and pick up the extra.
So it's a great way of not using so much.
Again, you don't use a lot. Any that you do have over, just gather back, and as much as you can. I always say go back to the plastic when you're cleaning up. Go back to the plastic. All right. Pop that in the pot, give it a tap, pop the lid back on, and you're done. Always keep the lids on. If you've had your paste a while and perhaps the jar's partially empty and it's getting a little bit thick, it'll start to go a little bit thick. Yeah. Just spritz the top of it with some water, put the lid back on and leave it, and it'll refresh. Okay. So a great tip for maintenance there. So let's reveal this. And I'm going to drop this straight into water. Yes. And there we've got a fantastic floral corner. Well, a leafy corner. Yeah. If you've got a little bit of overhang on the edges, just go down with your spatula to clean that up, and then you can set that aside to dry. Yeah, and that again, best to dry naturally, yeah? I feel it is, yes. Yeah. It'll take a couple of hours, but that's not long in the big scheme of things, is it? Now the other thing I've done is use the rose gold. Let me show you this, rose copper. It is like rose gold.
Oh, look at that.
Look at the sparkle on that.
Like a pot of jewels, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's my favourite if I'm allowed to have one. Look at it, it's stunning. So I've used that with the butterflies, which I can't do because I've just dropped it in water. And I put some butterflies on the corner. So same procedure, use your spatula, through the stencil, and here's one I did earlier.
Aha! Just out of interest, obviously we've got these size pots. Rosalind's wondering, do the texture pastes come in larger sizes?
Unfortunately not, but they do last a long, long time. Yeah. I think you'll be surprised because you don't use a huge amount. Even doing a full panel like I did with the blue gunmetal there, it hardly used any. Yeah. So they'll go a long, long way. They're fantastic to use in mixed media projects as well. You can apply them with a brayer, you can dot them here and there, you can use your finger, you can do all sorts of stuff with them. Yeah, I could go on. And I usually do. Right, so leafy corners, I've done both corners, and then we've got these two gorgeous butterflies here. So now we can start to put our project together. So again, I popped my frame over my bunny and I thought, needs a bit more. This is how I go when I'm designing. I think, yeah, not quite happy with that. It needed an edge.
Okay.
So I brought in a slightly smaller circle, and I'm using Sue Wilson's Noble Dies, if anybody's interested, pierced circles. They may well be on the website as well.
Oh, yes.
So now with that silver edge, it's a frame. Yeah. It's a proper frame. Proper. And then all I need is a base card to assemble everything onto, and we have our beautiful, delightful.
Ah, so good.
Bunny. There you go.
So good. And
simple though.
That's the whole point.
The whole point. Very effective, very achievable.
Yeah.
I hope. I think it is.
No, it is. It is. The thing is, I always do like the bend test on these because you guys would know I'm doing a bit of crafting now, making a few cards, doing a few craft alongs. I like things explained in steps so that I can follow them, and I think if I follow and I think, well, I can do that, anyone can do it, and that again is a brilliant demonstration of just step by step using the products that you've got on the show to create a simple card, but a card that doesn't look simple. You get what I'm talking about. It looks the absolute business. Cards that you can obviously make to sell, but you can achieve this if you've tuned in for the first time today and you're thinking to yourself, I want to start a new hobby. I want to start making my own cards. This is the way to be able to do it, nice and simple. And again, the great thing about us here is that you can watch these shows back. So if you decide to jump in and grab these goodies today, maybe you're going for this set with the dies and the stencils and you're adding in some of those Ultra Sparkle texture paste, you've then got the ability to watch back this show at a later date and follow all of those demos. So again, within this set, you're going to get the gorgeous Tiger Blooms, which you saw the first demo with a few moments ago. You've got the stunning kitty cat, the Perfect Day, who I absolutely love, and as you've just seen a few moments ago, you've got your bunny blooms as well, or your butterfly bunny, I should say. If you want to go for these individually, you can, but if you go for the bundle, you'll get all three dies, plus you'll get those 7x7 stencils, the two of those, and you'll also get a bigger saving, of course, a 10% saving across the bundle. And as you're just seeing from a few of the cards here, so many different things that you can do with these dies, whether you like to do a bit of paper piecing, as you've seen, whether you like to create your own backgrounds with these as well, whether you want to add some of those pastes into these too. There's tons and tons of different things that you can do. You can go as over the top as you want, or you can go as stripped back and just let the dies do the work here. They are beautiful. $38.86 or $61.56 is the platinum price. Just want to show you some of the different colours of the Ultra Sparkle texture paste that we've got. These have been added to the show. You might not find them on the Shop the Show page. However, if you search for them in the search bar at the top of the website, you will be able to find them because they are on the website. So the Ultra Sparkle, as we've seen, Ultra Sparkle by name, Ultra Sparkle by nature. The lavender is $4.60. Or $7.99 if you're platinum. The Hunter Green was the colour that Gwen was just using a few moments ago to create the gorgeous corner. $4.60, $7.99. Vintage Violet, also that same price. Periwinkle, is that a great word to say? Periwinkle. $4.60 or $7.99, and you've got the gun metal, the blue gun metal, which Gwen made the background out of for the rabbit a few months ago, and then you've got that rose copper as well. So all of those, if they're not on the Shop the Show page, if you search for them individually, you will find those on the website. I cannot believe we've only got 20 minutes to go. In that time, of course, we'll have to do the vote for the demo of the show. We'll also have to have a look at some more goodies that we've got. If we don't get through them all, we won't in this show. Make sure you come back later later on because Gwen is with us right throughout the day. But if you have stuff in your carts, in your baskets right now, now is the time to get checking out, and we'll come right back in about 2 minutes. We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Lots of you enjoying the show, lots of you just sort of picking and choosing little bits and pieces that you want, which is quite nice. Obviously, you can make your own little bundles up. It's absolutely fine to do that, or go for the bigger bundles. Talking of bigger bundles, we've got your exotic paper cuts die and stencils bundle. This is lovely. Once again, 3 absolutely gorgeous dies that you're going to receive, and you're also going to get 2 stunning stencils. So you've got your henna petals, absolutely gorgeous, alongside the starflower once again. So a great way to get creative, to add little embellishments, to add that finishing touch to cards, and to create your own backgrounds as well with whatever medium that you're working with. The dies that you get here too are absolutely stunning. I mean, we're going to see these in the latest show in much more detail, but I just thought I'd give you a bit of a sneaky peek here of that exotic elephant. I mean, again, how amazing is this? They're just phenomenal, the detail you've got in these dies.
Yeah, he's stunning, and you've got loads of opportunities to dress him up however much you like, or you can just leave him in simple colours, but you can certainly paper piece this die to your heart's content and make him look really exotic. Absolutely. There's that fantastic henna petals stencil coming in there, and I've actually done that with some of the embossing powder.
Oh, okay.
So I've pounced through the stencil with the sticky ink, and then put that powder on there. Ooh. So you can do it that way as well.
I'll just show you one more of the elephant. I know we're not spending too much time here, but look at that.
I'm hoping I'll be able to demo something similar later on this evening.
Fantastic. We shall look forward to that. You've got your exotic elephant. Take a look at the detail in the wise wolf again here. It's those piercing eyes like with the tiger in the last
I love this. I love wolves, and I really went to town on this. There's my dire wolf.
Wow.
And there's some of that fantastic sparkle paste in the background.
Yeah. That's on the Shop the Show page. You can grab that. The sparkle paste we've got in.
Look at his eyes. His eyes are amazing.
Colours. I know. And that again is just creating the background with. Is that with the Pixie bursts?
Yes.
We've got there on the show for you later on too. And then finally in this set, I mean, mythical mermaid, but I think also you, like you said, because you mentioned there's a pixie. She could
be an elf.
She could be an elf or a pixie.
Yeah,
as well,
but she's got fish and starfish and shells hanging about, so I guess she's a mermaid.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, look at that. Pixie bursts and sparkle texture paste and stencils, all on the same project, but all cohesive.
absolutely
Isn't
stunning.
she gorgeous?
We will see more of her and her friends a little bit later on, but we've got 15 minutes left and lots to cram in. So if you want to pick up that collection now, it's a 10% saving. The bundle is £37.99 platinum or $60.79. If you want to go individually, you can do, but the value for money, of course, is in the bundle. Very quickly, we're moving back to the bundle we showed you a few moments ago because we've got one final demo with Gwen coming up. A reminder of what you get in this set. You've got your bunny, you've got your beautiful kitty cat who we're going to see in this next demo, plus you've got the tiger and those two gorgeous stencils as well, your graceful butterflies and that timeless florals. Details on your screen now, and we're going to head on over to Gwen, who's going to look at the little putty cat.
I am. Dear little cat. Lovely. So I've just got one cut here ready. You don't need to see me do it again, hopefully. So you can see again, perfect cut every time. Beautiful feature. And I love the fact that you've got this open space. You can make this cat whatever colour you like. It could be ginger cat, white cat, black and white cat, whatever. So I also did another panel with the superb mixed media embossing powders, and I did it onto coloured cardstock just to show you that it doesn't really matter because none of it's going to show through. So if you're using up your scraps, that's great as well. So remember, pounce and squish with the embossing dabber. Pounce and squish. Throw on your powder. This one's Bronze Age, and it's absolutely stunning. It's got red, copper, black. It's a darker colour. Oh, and my idea was I wanted a tortoiseshell cat. Oh, yes. So there you go. There's your tortoiseshell cat. How easy was that? But now I've got this funny side here. What do I do with that? Okay. I've got here a piece of cardstock with a little piece of double-sided adhesive on it from our adhesive sheets. And I'm going to take off the second side of the protective paper. And I'm going to pop this at the back. So I'm going to have my tortoiseshell panel there. Yeah. And I'm going to put my sticky panel right at the side of it. Bear with me, it will make sense. Okay. In Gwen we trust. So I can stick that down, and then I'm going to paper piece. Let me just make sure I've got that behind my cat. As long as the cat's covered, I'm all right with the rest of it. Right, so now I've got sticky zones here that I can put little pieces into. So what I do, I get all my scraps out, because we all keep them, don't we? Yeah, in the governance box. I'm like, right, okay, I need a pink flower, a yellow flower, I need some green leaves. So literally, just cut up little pieces of card like this, pop them into your die, and we'll just run this through the machine so that you can see where I'm going to go with this. Okay. Have you got cats, did you say? I've got a cat. I've got a little, she's more of a calico than a tortoise shell. Right. She's called Willow. Oh, I love her name. And she's very cheeky. She actually plays hide and seek with me around the house. People don't believe me when I say that, but she really does. Is that more the fact that she just hides and then jumps out on you and bites your ankles, or is it actually... No, she actually goes and hides behind doors and waits for me to appear and then jumps out and runs off to the next door. Yeah. Or if I'm the one running behind the door, she'll come and find me. Is that right? Yeah, honest to God. People don't believe me, I bet she does. I always want to see a video of that. Well, I can't video it because if I get my camera out, she runs away. Oh, well, there you go. Camera's died, I'd like to go on the hide and seek. She's not daft. I've never had a cat like her. She's so funny. Right, well, unfortunately, I didn't take that down, so it's shifted, but I've got one I can show you. So once you get your bits and pieces cut, just small scissors, Gwen, small scissors. Separate them from any surrounding card, and then you can pop these into place. Okay. So that's the plan. So it's like paper piecing, but you do need to die cut the bits you need. So that one's going to go on there. The other bits, had they cut properly, would go onto this sticky because it'll hold it in place. And you might need a little bit of glue where you've got the embossing powder at the back of it. Does that make sense? Yes. So I've got one here that's proper. Ooh, lovely. So I've got all the bits stuck in, and now all I need to do is take my embossed panel and pop that behind as well. Brilliant. So look at that now. We've got that fabulous cat completely sort of isolated, if you like, from this colourful border. Yeah. So that's what sets it off. Looks like it's playing hide and seek. hiding in the flowers, ready to pounce on you, Gwen. She's funny, honestly, my cat. I love her to bits. But they're all characters, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
So-
We've got a 20-year-old cat at home.
Have you?
Yeah,
Oh.
bless her. She's a bit too old to play hide and seek, I think. But,
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously you can make, if you have a cat, or you're doing this for a friend perhaps who's got a cat, you can make the cat suit their cat.
Yeah.
So there we have a little tortoise shell in the bushes waiting to pounce.
Yeah, like you said, sorry, they thought you said cat soup. No, you can make the cat suit. The cat you're giving the card to, not cat soup, Erin. But again, case in point, that if you do like to make cards to sell, maybe there's a particular animal charity that you support, this is a great way, again, to create all of those different types of cats. I love it. And so many things that you can do with the paper piecing, creating the backgrounds there out of the embossing powder, loads of different ways to use these. If you want to go for this collection, $38.86 or $61.56. Now, few bits and pieces coming in, lots of you saying how much you're enjoying the show. Aunt Penny says, I've never used my stencils. I have to try that paste. Be brave me. Aunt Penny, do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, go for it.
Taking up cupboard space.
Exactly. Listen, Gwen knows best.
I've got one sneaky peek to show. Am I all right? To do a sneaky peek, because something that's coming up later on are our Pixie bursts.
Oh, you beat me to the punch.
And I just want to show you one really little quick idea. This is not traditionally how they're meant to be used. This is called Very Berry.
Very Berry.
I'm going to use it on a dry powder. And you remember the sticky surface I've got at the back of my cat? I'm going to pick up some dry powder on my paintbrush, and because I wasn't going to paper piece these tiny dots.
Right.
No, I'm sorry. So instead, I can paint in my Pixie bursts, and I can create red berries with a dry powder onto sticky adhesive. All right. If, once you've done that, let me just blow off the dry powder, you then grab a little mister and spritz that, those powders will come alive. So I'm going to spritz across the top and let the water land. So can you see how that's now pinged, and we've got this gorgeous red berry in our die cut.
Cute.
So that's just one little thing you can do with Pixie bursts, and I'm going to show you a lot more this afternoon.
How would you normally, would you apply the water then squeeze them in afterwards?
Well, normally you do it on a background and you'd have a whole thing going on.
Yeah.
But you can be much more precise with them.
Okay. We're going to have a look at those actually just now. So you use the Very Berry.
Yeah.
Which is in the essentials. So that is the kind of thing that you can create. So full background.
Traditionally, that's what you would do with them.
Wow.
But you can do a lot more.
And I would imagine, again, because you look at the size of the little pots here, you don't need to use a lot to create that.
Not at all. Not at all. These pots are going to last you forever. And a little goes a very long way. So those have been, what I've done there, I've sprinkled the dry powder on some card and then misted it with water.
Yeah. And again, it's that kind of thing, isn't it, that you're never going to create the same background twice?
No, it's completely random, and I love that. I love to wait and see what's going to happen.
Yeah. No, if you love your messy crafting, if you love your mixed media, if you love to create your own backgrounds, look at that firefly glow.
I love that one. Isn't it unusual?
Absolutely.
It's almost like a sort of khaki, greeny yellow, but it's got these fabulous, all of these have got multiple colours in them. Yeah. So when you use them, you'll find you've got purples in that one, dark blue, pale blue. Yeah, really stunning. Love them to bits. And they're a dry dye powder with a matte finish. So it's like a watercolour, if you like. It's like a dry watercolour powder.
For £14 and change, that is something you definitely need to get in your life. $21.60 if you're platinum. We've also got the brights. So again, 5 different colours right here. I mean, again, look at the colours. The green jasper is just a joy. Look at all of the different colours that you've got in there. And again, you don't need to use a lot to be able to create these effects. Different effects each and every time that you use them. You've got wild moss. Oh, hang on a minute. New favourite. Oh, look at that rusty red.
Yeah, so if you like mixed media, you like creating rust effects, you could certainly use these. You can incorporate them into your texture pastes.
Scrap that, found another favourite. Purple orchid.
Now on these samples that we're looking at here, I've gone quite strong.
Yeah.
You can go much lighter with these as well. You can create all sorts of effects. So they're absolutely versatile. Black cherry just says what it does on the tin.
Oh, you've got to get these, surely. I mean,
just
how
stunning.
Gorgeous. 1437, that's your Brights collection. $21.60 if you're platinum. I'm going to hold up Debbie's card over here, Gwen, and then we're going to pop back to you because we need everyone to vote for their favourite card. So if you can line up your makes.
Oh, none of them are actually stuck together.
Oh, we'll put them flat down then, and we'll get George to come on the overhead. So this is number 1 on the vote of the show. So this is the card that Debbie made a little bit earlier on. This is from the brand new Decoupage Florals collection, which we're launching officially in just over an hour's time on launch day. So if you want to vote for that one there is your number 1. And then we'll pass you over to Gwen, who's going to line up her makes to see if you want to vote for one of hers. So number 2... We'll say 2's the cat. There's the cat's right there. So 2 is the cat. 3 is the gorgeous butterfly bunny. And then, ooh, hang on a minute. Number 4 is the tiger. So 1 for Debbie's card, 2 for the cat, 3 for the bunny, 4 for the tiger. Get voting now. You've literally got about 2 minutes to get voting on that one. Now, this, I have to say, is one of the biggest spray bottles I think I've seen.
I love it. Can I show it you?
Oh, you can, absolutely. The easiest spray bottle, yeah.
Oh, right.
All right.
Oh, right. Grab my box.
Okay.
Let me grab a piece of...
Can you show us in about 2 minutes, you reckon?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, plenty of time.
I just need to find a piece of plain white card. What
have you got some?
Spare card.
I can, let me, there should be some under there. I'm coming over. Have you not got any under there?
Oh, hang on. I'll do it on a piece... No, I haven't got any.
There we go. What watercolour do? Anything?
Yeah, anything.
There you go.
Sorry, I've got some somewhere. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank you. So put a bit in my spray box, and this bottle is revolutionary.
Okay.
It's a water bottle. Why do we get excited about a water bottle? Why? Well, because, Ben, it's got a very unique mechanism. All right, so it unscrews in the middle. Yeah. And can you see that coil up the middle of it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it acts like a pressure retainer, and so when you start misting with this bottle, you pump it a couple of times and it just keeps going. It just keeps going. It's amazing. Let me show you with some Pixie bursts. So I'm going to sprinkle dry Pixie bursts onto this piece of card. Yeah. Which looks not very exciting at all. It looks like I've dropped some soil on it.
It does look like you dropped some soil in it. I mean, that's not great.
Now, I'm going to pump this a couple of times, and then I'm going to let go of the lever.
Right.
And it just keeps going.
Oh, yeah.
So if you've got problems with your hands, perhaps not very dexterous, or you can't press and hold something, or you can't keep repeatedly pressing something, look.
That's so clever.
Isn't it cool? And also imagine if you're on holiday like Debbie.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Cool yourself down.
Cool yourself down. Do you know what that's like? It's like those big, you know when you have the
stop playing.
The garden pumps, like no, not a guitar. Like when you get in your weed killer out and you get those big, and you pump, and then eventually it just sprays. It's like that, but in smaller, crafty form. Yeah. I've never seen that before.
And
like
it's
that.
big, it's massive,
yeah.
And it's really easy to hold. And once you've pumped that a couple of times, you can just point it where you want it to go.
That is amazing. And by the way, I know we're getting very excited about a bottle, but look at the pixie dust, or the pixie burst.
Look at that pixie burst now, yeah.
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 Wow. Hello, you need to get the Easy Mist spray bottle into your basket because that is brilliant. Again, like Gwen's just said, particularly if you've got dexterity issues, if you find it hard, with your hands, that is going to help you, I would have thought. $7.99 or $12, and then those pixie bursts. Again, that is just a quick demonstration as to how gorgeous those can be. You need both in your basket, and we'll give you time to check out your baskets as well. We've got a winner on the demo of the show. The winner is... It's over your side.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Is it the cat? Is it the tiger? Is it the bunny? Tiger.
Yeah!
Number 4.
Thank you so much. That's brilliant.
So that, Gwen, is going to go up onto our Crafty Walk of Fame, and a little bit later on in... I wonder, will we do it in the next show, or will we do it in... Okay, we'll do it in Gwen's section of the show at 6 tonight, so 1 o'clock Eastern. You'll get to vote for your demo of the day as well. Have you enjoyed your first hour?
Oh, I've loved it. What's not to love? I'm crafting.
Exactly right, with some marvellous products. And of course, Gwen is going to be back with us in just a little while. We go away for an hour now, but of course, everything's still live on the website. If you've got stuff in your baskets, you can check out. If you've just joined us and you're seeing that bottle and you want to grab it, you can get it in your basket and check it out whilst we are away. But we'll be back at 2 o'clock, which is 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. We've got the official launch, of course, these gorgeous Decoupage florals. They're coming up with Debbie from 2 o'clock. And then, Gwen, you're going to be back with us at 3. That's right, isn't it? Yes, thank you. So Debbie, then Gwen with Creative Expressions once again, and then we'll have our final hour of launch day from 4 o'clock. And don't forget, Gwen will be back with us tonight as well from 6 o'clock, and following on from that, the second part of our big US warehouse clearance. More details on that to come. Massive thank you to Gwen for now.
Thank you very much.
Massive thank you to Debbie as well. And we will see you in just an hour's time. So go and grab yourself a bite to eat, cup of tea, check out your baskets, and we'll see you back here in an hour.